This is Galactic Shaman on a Reiki journey, day 10 of my Reiki journey, day 9 of doing self Reiki. So today, Spirit woke me up at 3 a.m. And typically when I wake up before my alarm, I know it is Spirit signaling me to take a hot Epsom salt bath. So I did that with the rose because that correlates with the heart chakra healing that I'm doing. I also collected my thulite heart, my pink moss agate heart, my zebradorite sphere, a very special seashell to me. I lit pyramid incense. I also lit all the candles around the home. Pono came up to join me. He is my little shadow. He was around while I was opening circle. I also felt macaw spirit around. Then I recited the Reiki principles and affirmations. I did the chakra hand positions. And I also felt a white dragon around me, and then I understood it is helping me with the diamond path that I'm on right now, and I felt Archangel Gabriel's presence. Then afterward, I drummed into my bath. When I was in the bath, I could feel my aura being cleansed and cleared. In the bath, I created the prayer. So every Tuesday I do a pray mantra and meditation. Let's see here. After that, I dressed up for my day. I am super excited because this is a necklace I made. It's rainbow tourmaline and it's nickel-free chain. I really love making jewelry. And then I picked up new earrings, which I actually took out just because my ears are sensitive. But I have a matching rainbow tourmaline earrings. So I'm really loving the tourmaline. And then I was called to obsidian and shungite for today for my bracelets. Braided my hair, obviously, as you can see. I also updated the schedule for today and my availability. Made some green tea. 444, I woke up Elam and Mahina. Did the prayer upstairs, which was, God, my universe, may you bless my sunrising beverage with earthly and spiritual healing, abundance, and good fortune. The mantra was Koki, which in Taino Koki is the frog of Puerto Rico, and it's a bridge between the earthly and spiritual realms. Koki is bringing the rain of believing in your physical and spiritual blessings. So that was a beautiful mantra. I had my mala on, and I recited Koki 108 times. Then the meditation was, what transformation are you observing at this time? I saw this like oasis. This is my super quick sketch of what I saw, like an oasis, right? And then these 3 pyramids came up out of the water. The pyramids were buzzing and moving around, and then they aligned. But what was so cool is they were moving around, but the background never moved an inch. The background was like a still photo. It was neat. Got my lunch ready. I did feel a tinge of guilt because I grabbed the blackberries and my oldest, Breeze, originally while we were grocery shopping last week, she grabbed me a small thing of blackberries at Walmart, and I said, thank you, that was very nice, but I like to get my blackberries from somewhere else. I don't like getting them from here. And she was super cool about it and put it away, but like without the girl's presence here, those are just little minute things that remind me, like, hey, your daughter was thinking of you. instead of making everything like my way or perfect or however, like that could have been a moment of appreciation and gratitude that she remembered and recognized that I like blackberries. So I felt that, but it didn't last too long. 5 a.m. came around. I packed my toolbox, my bags. I was really preparing for anything because I am a visiting practitioner, so I'm bringing my toolbox, my decks, any wands or anything that I'm utilizing, my bag for sessions and walk-ins. Walked the pups with Elam. It was so beautiful hearing all the birds singing, and just the quietude was very nice. Made my matcha and coconut milk. Also made my food for the day, which was a spinach wrap with spring mix, orange peppers, red onions, turkey, and some mayonnaise. Let's see here. 6 a.m. I prepared the puppies' food and fed them their rice and tuna. 6:30 dropped off Miss Breeze's makeup. And then I was headed towards the cities. I had a difficult time communicating with her because whenever she goes over to her other parents' home, there is such a disconnect of communication, of responding. And I asked if she needed her straightener and didn't receive a response. But then, because I didn't receive a response, I didn't think of grabbing it, so we just grabbed the makeup, and instead of saying thank you for what we already had done, there was kind of this very aggressive, like, you forgot this, and no appreciation. So it balanced out the way I felt this morning with the blackberries, and it made me understand why I do respond in that manner of, like, reciprocating the same level of appreciation. Even though I continue to appreciate her, it's more of showing, like, hey, this is how I am. So that was an interesting and aha moment. Like, I don't need to feel guilty about that moment. I do still appreciate that she was thinking about me, but there's also this growth in, hey, I need you to speak with me respectfully. 8:30, so we were driving. 8:30, we got to Divine Lights. Okay, that commute. There was an accident on the other side of the highway. There was a semi that was going way too fast and literally had to go on the shoulder to miss hitting someone that abruptly stopped in front of them. So it was just... Oh, excuse me. I am so happy that is not our daily commute. It is going to be a commute tomorrow again, but we are going to leave a lot earlier than we did today because that was a bit rough. My shift at Divine Lights started at 9:45. Right away, people came into the store, so my day started, like, super fast. I didn't even get a chance to vacuum because there was, like, always people. I noticed there was a few themes today. COVID came up in conversation twice today, so it was kind of wanting to show me what the transformation I was experiencing during COVID. A lot of things personally shifted for me during COVID. A lot of my answering my calling happened during COVID. There's another thing. There's a correlation with me and another person where I don't want to say it feels like competition is coming in, but it feels like another person that is doing what we do is entering the space, and there is some discomfort. There is kind of like oh my goodness, are we being replaced? Does this mean I need to stop doing what I'm doing? Does this mean they're replacing me? And it's cool because I'm understanding it's none of those things. Those are very low frequency vibrations, and it's okay for me to be concerned, but I don't need to worry about any of those things. So it was neat to kind of connect with another person that was also feeling these mixed emotions. And it reminds me of this fortune cookie reading I have on my desk. It says, never fear competition. And it's like, that's right. Something that competition brings up is fear. And it's like, well, if I'm never supposed to fear it, then is it actually competition? And I know there is a nugget of wisdom within the realm of similarities. And specifically for me, it has to do with astrology. And when I found this out, I was like, oh my goodness, I do astrology, but again, I haven't been advertising it. I haven't been putting it out in the universe. I haven't been pressing on the go pedal. So it was super fun because literally all day I got to hang out with amazing people at work and get to know some really cool people coming into the store. And a lot of things in my personal life and my career were highlighted. One of those things is my astrology, and even bringing out my book and having my book be presented at the store and being offered at the store. So talking with another practitioner, I offer birth chart readings, but they're very in-depth. They're for someone hardcore working on themselves for a whole month, and I relate their 3 different charts. They're Western, Eastern, and Chinese, or their sidereal tropical and Chinese chart. Compare it to the month currently happening. So it's a big commitment to work on yourself energetically in that manner. That is my favorite thing to do. But I was having a difficult time thinking, well, how can I offer that service in a small chunk for someone just walking in? And the other practitioner was like, well, maybe just do a weekly energy update. And I know why that didn't cross my mind. It's because on my podcast, Being Cosmic Chaos, I offer Friday forecast weekly update for the next week with planetary transitions. And my Monday podcast is a moon meditation with the lunar phases. But literally, as we're speaking about how I can incorporate a walk-in astrology reading, later that day at 5 p.m., a client came in asking for a tarot reading and something to do with astrology. Of course, I was like, yes. So, tried it out. Because again, I'm used to like really long, not drawn out, but very specific monthly segments of astrology interpretations. And this was just this week, and it came so smoothly. It happened so fluidly with the tarot reading. It was so beautiful. It was very nice connecting with this client as well. So that was something that I'm looking forward to incorporating more this week and offering it. I believe to not confuse myself and clients, I'm going to put it as an add-on. It's going to be an add-on service. So if someone wants a tarot reading, they can add on astrology for the week. If someone wants a star seed channeling, they can add on astrology for the week. So it's just a little, not a little, but it's an add-on that can honestly boost whatever service that someone's having. Then we had dinner. FaceTimed the girls. Miss Breeze did not answer. No communication. Messaged the group chat about communicating with both girls, but it's typically one-sided. Usually only answer about Sunset unless I bring it up about Breeze. But I already called. I'm not going to continue pestering them. Chatted with Sunset. She was occupied with the TV. Kind of told me about her day. I do miss speaking with her. I feel like around Tuesday through Friday, she kind of gets into this zombie-ish mode. And she gets like bags under her eyes. So that always disheartens me. But it's like, okay, she chose this experience to have. And she's doing her soul mission. And I am her mother. And I am going to support her soul's mission. But it's always nice to hear from her. Did reach out to Breeze, but again, no information or reciprocity there. Had dinner with Elam. We're home. The puppies were actually with when they came to pick me up. It was so nice to see the puppies. It was so nice to walk into our home. I'm typically here and working, so to be away for that long made me appreciate my home that much more. 8:30, I did the Reiki thought of the day. Self-care is an act of self-respect. More self-care I can incorporate into my daily routine is reading before bed again. I used to read before bed. I will say doing this video and incorporating a new healing practice, my bed routine is totally flipped upside down. When I wake up is totally off. When I go to sleep is totally off. So there is something about my sleeping routine that has been thrown off. But I know for my self-care, reading before bed, so important. Oh, excuse me. And then doing something creative like drawing or painting or building something with clay. I need to make that a daily thing again because I haven't been creating. I've been focusing a lot of my creativity towards content, and now it's time to focus it on myself and my tools and what takes care of my multidimensional self. So yeah, that is my day. If you are only wanting the Reiki highlights, please check out my TikTok channel, Galactic Wisdom Wayshore. And if you're interested in any of my services or learning more about me, check out cosmicenergyanspiritualwellness.com. Thank you so much for supporting me on my journey. I love you guys. Bye.